Anyway, hi guys, welcome to the Lighthouse podcast. This is Kolo when he was young, and
Steffi when she was younger.
This is we've gone back in time.
Yeah.
We are generating proper content for you guys.
10 years ago.
This is 10 years, more than 10.
More than 10.
This is more than 10.
More
years
than 10
ago.
years ago. Yes.
Yeah. So this is how we used to look like. I was, as you can see, and she was as you can see.
Hi guys, thank you for joining us today. This is Lighthouse Season 2, Episode 3. Looking forward to enjoying this one.
Yes.
Let's go. Let's see how we were.
So how are we? We are blessed to have this beautiful couple here. Very lovely. And today's episode is not about us, it's about the two of them taking us through their journey. And we are very happy to have them, like I said. Who are you?
Powerful question to start with. Please.
I am Joy Mukami. That's who I am. Am I supposed to say anything else?
If you feel like, I guess.
Okay, I am Joy Mukami Kinoti. I love art and music and medicine and cats and 4C hair.
What about me?
Oh my God.
You don't?
More than anything else, I didn't mention it because it covers.
Oh,
It covers it all. And more than anything else.
don't. But continue.
I love my husband.
Guys, I'm the husband. My name is JK Wawerus. I'm a visual artist based in Nakuru. I'm a filmmaker and cinematographer. I love cameras and computers. I enjoy editing and making people look good on camera and on the computer and on YouTube and every other screen that is available on the market. Happy to be here. I guess I have to say that I love cats too now that, getting married to you. I love cats, I guess, other than loving cameras. And yes, I'm the husband to Joy by customary law. But of course, you're going to get married very soon, which is interesting because today is a very special day for us. But I guess we'll get to that later. So that's who I am. And also the producer of this show. So, yeah.
So today the producer is being produced.
My God.
Oh, and set design is here as well.
She's the slate.
And the slate.
We call her the slate of
design.
the...
So these two have been part of the Lighthouse podcast journey, and they've been working with us day to day. But today, the limelight goes back to them. So you've told us who you are. Kindly tell us how you guys met. How did you meet?
It should come from you first.
Yeah, I see what you did there. You're throwing it to me. No, I think it should be like in the movies where everybody has their version of how they met. But I think the precursor to how we ended up meeting is different, both perspectives.
Definitely.
But how we met at Acacia, an overnight fellowship we had. I can't really call it. We call it Acacia because we are up all night.
Yeah.
But it's not the typical Acacia because we would have time from around 9ish to around midnight to have the word and share the word, and in-depth word, like a lot of apologetics and everything. And then in the second half of the night is when myself and a friend of mine, a brother of mine called JR, we used to take over because now we don't want people to sleep. We also don't want to sleep. We don't have anything to do. We don't have anywhere to sleep in the first place. So we take over, have a show or some sort, do some poetry, some jokes, some very bad and poor jokes, because that's what we are good at. And I guess that's why God gave us the talent of camera work, because when you're working with the camera, you have to shut up. So God punished us by giving us something that we have to keep quiet. So on this day, we're doing the same old routine, but from the moment that we started at around 9ish, I think it was around 9ish, this young lady walks in together with a friend of hers and together with JR. So they come in and we are introduced. Hey, this is Joy, this is Frank. They do blah, blah, blah. And yeah, and I saw her. And I just, something in me was like, she's interesting. That's how we met. But she stood out because she was very different from the rest of the bunch of people that were there. Yeah, that's my account of how we met. Yes. Do you agree with that account, or you have
account?
Please, you can give your own account, or if you agree, or if you deduct something, you choose.
No, it's correct. Imagine it's correct, all of it, to the detail.
I'm called Jogo, so
Amazing.
elephants never forget.
So Joy, when did you know this was the person you wanted to marry?
You thought it was an easier one.
I wish I took the first question.
Let's go.
Anyway, that's a difficult question. When did I know that this young and handsome man was the one? I think for me, it wasn't like a one-time thing, though it definitely started somewhere. It started when I noted that he had interest, like I did, but I was playing hard to get. Anyway, there's a point at which, of course, you'd notice that both of you are interested in each other. There's that. But getting to know that this person is actually the one is, it's like it's affirmed on a daily. Having been through quite a number of spaces and circumstances, it is a repeated reminder when I see him maneuver through, or when I see us maneuvering through. So I cannot quite say it's a one-time thing. I'll say it's a thing that I am reminded of daily. Yes, I am constantly reminded that I can trust this man to lead me. I can trust this man to hold a family together. I can trust this man to have a family with. It's a constant reminder for me. It's not, I cannot per se specifically point out a time and say, this is the one. Yes, that's my answer.
For me, of course, I would say the same thing is, of course, every day there is always something that builds up to, but the initial point, I think, for me, so there is this curvature that is in relationships mostly, and I've seen it a lot. So there's the, we are in love moment, and in this honeymoon phase where, you see this person as the best thing that has ever happened in your life, and you've never encountered such a thing and a feeling, and you're walking around on clouds and flying, and butterflies are feeling you in their stomach, at that point. And that's just beautiful. And then it's a high because it spikes all the way up. And then after some time, give it a few months, give it a few 3, 4, 5 months, and then it starts to plummet because now you've gotten to the highest of highs. And now it started to plummet. Now you start seeing how they walk. They have this small thing that they do when they walk, like they kick their leg at some point when they're taking a step. And it just... it makes you feel like, why are you walking like that? So you start noticing the things, and now this is where most of the people, the boredom comes in, and now people start moving away from the excitement of good morning. Oh, he wished me good morning. Oh, did you tell me good night when you slept? When that no longer excites you, it's a normal thing that happens. I think the brain now starts seeing things beyond just the infatuation of the moment. And so at that point, I started seeing her now with, let me say, moving away from all the things that I said was perfect and beautiful. And now I started seeing the gaps that are there, the few loopholes that she gets, that she can also cry, she gets devastated, she gets stressed. She also gets luteal face. If you know, you know.
Can't blame myself.
Yeah. So when you start seeing these things, the reason why I knew that she's going to stay for a long time is that I stayed there. even in all of that. That was an indicator for me. And it's the fact that I didn't struggle to stay there. I didn't like think twice before saying, you know what, I'm gonna hang around or I'm gonna hold on to this person. It's the fact that it was almost effortless. Like I was willing to say, okay, let me do the hard thing. I'll stick around. I'll stick around through the arguments that we had, the fights that we were having, the misunderstandings. Oh, the misunderstandings. There was one very particular one that I'll never forget. I don't think I'll ever forget in my life. So I'd say when I walked through the hard phases with her, through to the other end, was the times that I said, yeah, this is the person that I'm going to stay with for a very long time.
Yeah, that story is worth writing a book for. So, for the two of you, looking at marriage, what really excites you so much when you think about marriage?
I can start, no problem.
Please lead the house.
Wonderful, thank you very much. Number one. Yeah. Let me say first, we're recording this on the 1st of June. We were supposed to be married 2 years ago. The time we are meeting, by the way, when we gave the story of when we were meeting, that was 8 years ago today.
Yes.
No, actually more than, because we started dating on the 1st of June 2018, but we had met earlier. The meeting was way earlier.
Oh, yeah.
So we've met over 8 years ago.
Yes.
Yeah, we met over 8 years ago.
Yeah.
There are some people who unajua sahi mdomo imefunguka yote because they can't imagine being with somebody for 8 years. Yeah, it happens, my friends. I'll maybe do a keynote speech one day and explain. The reason why that is important to say the years that we've been together is because, number one, if we've been together for this long and here we are getting married, and we are getting married amicably, like we are both very well, very mentally okay adults that have chosen to do this thing. Yeah, we are doing it amicably. We are doing it the right way. We didn't go through the corners. Our parents are aware. People around us are aware. Social media is aware. The government is aware. The pastors are aware. The church is aware. The community is aware. It's exciting for me because I have come to see what community does. And community is not made up of individuals, it's made up of families. A while back, we went through a season that showed me what community can do. And it is in the embrace of families, in the embrace of people who had created homes for themselves that I found peace and I found care and I found shelter. Number two is that it's been 8 years with this lady right here. And it has been some of the best years of my life. I can't really say I would be where I am without her involvement, because there's some sort of motivation that she brings into my life. Because let me tell you, when somebody says something like she just said, please lead the house, that thing is scary. Please take the lead, please lead the house. And then she takes a back seat and, passenger princess and everything. It is scary. But also, it means that if God ordained it that way, if God created it that way, then he gives the grace for that. And he gives the capacity and the resources that are needed so that direction can be taken. I cannot wait to see what we can achieve together. I have seen what I can achieve alone. I've seen what she can achieve alone. I cannot wait to see what we can achieve together. How much we can bring if we pull our resources and our strengths and our capacities together. I genuinely am convinced, delusionally convinced that we can change the world.
Because why not?
I mean, why not? Just the two of us. We come together, and at that point, like I've said I do, the government knows that we are together and now we are one.
Peace.
World peace has been achieved.
Kaboom.
Yeah, what is exciting you about getting married to me?
Nice. I think you've answered. You've taken my answer. then you
Wow.
put it in your answer. But I'd say a while back, one of our friends, Major, ever asked us what excites you most. Actually, it was actually the same question. And I remember a while back I had told you I feel confident, like I am convinced, this is like Delulu convinced, that we can achieve so much when we come together. I am excited at what we can do as a unit, and especially a unit that has already, number one, is it blessed or instituted by God?
Both.
Yes.
Yes.
It's a space that is created by God for starters, and then you're bringing two different individuals into this one space, and the possibility of the many things that might happen as a result of this is what excites me a lot. Yes, that's what I'd say is my answer.
Amazing. You guys are giving us the answers that make us wonder, hey, did we have goals when we were starting, or we just started?
Well, we said you're looking at yourself over
At
10 years
yourself.
ago. So probably you have these answers. It's just that nobody ever asked you.
Yeah,
Can you
true.
think about it? If they asked you, probably
And
you would answer the same.
Yeah, and I'm actually glad we're having that conversation so that people can also ask themselves, those who are intending to get married. And
Yeah.
a big shout out to someone you have mentioned, Major. He has been called out. So now, Joy, I want to give you a cue.
Okay.
Ladies for ladies, eh?
Mm-hmm.
This is your time to ask for breakfast in bed, those kind of stuff. What expectations do you have about married life? This is that card. Use it wisely.
Rich housewife. My God. I'll say this for myself. When I am moving into a new responsibility that requires something of me, because in marriage, I am not just a wife, I am his wife. And when God graciously gives us children, I am their mother. So it is me being entrusted with this man's dreams and those children's lives. The thought of that scares me, because it's the magnitude of the idea. It's for lack of a better word saying, is people's lives being in your hands. Do I have expectations? I honestly do not. I do not. I just pray that I have the wisdom to know how to handle these different responsibilities that there are within that, space of marriage, and steward them nicely. Because if I slack as a wife, his dreams die with me as well. If I slack as a mother, my children's dreams die with me. There's that which the Lord has. I understand not all children are the same. And I think I can ask you this as parents. Not all your children are the same. There are like 3, 4, 5 different personalities in the same house, but you are the only mother that is present, or you are the only father that is present. And it is your responsibility to raise these children in their different capacities. That is quite a task, and it is a daunting task, if I may say. So expectations, I'm expecting wisdom. I'm expecting to be begging God for wisdom every single day, because that is quite a responsibility. And also, I don't think I can per se peg my expectations on what I have seen before, because I understand those different marriages or different peoples from different spaces, and this is different, us being different spaces, different mannerisms. So there is probably going to be a whole different story about it. Point is, when I get there, I just don't want to sleep on my responsibilities, and it would be sad if I did.
Amazing. That's deep.
Very sad if I did.
I'm looking forward to seeing you enter that phase. I know.
Oh
you
my!
will do well.
I'll be begging for wisdom. I'll be begging God, please. Yeah.
All right, JK. As the husband,
the question is, what are my expectations?
Yes,
in
what
marriage?
are your expectations about married life?
married life.
Yes.
Expectations about married life. I expect. I expect. Let me start with one that I think expect to have you around me more often now. Let me start with that. Let me say this. Yeah. Let me just say this up front. There's an age that you get as a man, and going back to a silent, cold house is worse than just staying outside. You'd rather just stay and hang out with your friends or whoever it is till the next day, and you go to work. It is difficult. I have the desire to really see what God does and what we do also, because I know and I'm aware that we also have a part to play as two individuals. There are decisions that we make, there are choices that we make, there are directions that we take individually, but also as a team. And then there is also where now we commit it to God, because at the end of the day, even when you pray that bless the work of my hands, there was work that was done in the first place. So there is work to be put in. So I expect us to put in work for this thing to work in the first place. That's number one. I expect, even for myself especially, even as she says about, being entrusted in my dreams and the children, again, I go back to that, the statement she started with on the previous question of please lead the house. And that's quite a responsibility. It's quite hefty, especially if you have the understanding of what that means, and not just looking at it as the patriarchy and all this, but understanding what that means. The whole thing of having the husbands or the man leading, and having the wife nurturing. These are two things that, if you get what they mean and you understand, they carry so much meaning and so much message in it. So I'd say my expectation is that we play our part. We do what is required for us to do to be able to make this work and to make this marriage work. But I'm also just as curious as she is as to seeing what God will do in the long run, and what he'll make us achieve.
Wow, that's beautiful. To all our viewers who are not married, can you please tell us hapo kwa chat box in the messages,
what are your expectations in marriage?
Are you getting married soon? And what are your expectations? Yeah, so I know the two of you, when you look at marriage, you have an ideal image of what the kind of marriage you'd want to have. So I just wanted to ask the two of you, what does a healthy marriage look like to you?
What does a healthy marriage look like to you?
Hard questions, these ones.
It's supportive. Let me start from that. It's a supportive marriage. A marriage where I can trust that the rest of the world can fail me, but I have one person at home that I can entrust with all that I am going through, whether good or bad, terrible, exciting, where I know I can always go to when I need to celebrate something or I need to grieve something. That for me is a very healthy marriage, because this partnership, this friendship that we've had for 8 years, if marriage comes at the cost of that friendship, I feel like that is not a worthy marriage. It's not something that is healthy. It's not something that you should pursue. But if it is coming to just exemplify that, and even preach it more loudly than it is, and even when itagoje kuweka kwa loudspeaker to make sure that it is very much loud and in the open, then that is yes, amplifies the word I'm looking for. You see, support. So guys, that is what I'm saying, support. Back and forth. I'm saying we're not getting, and then she's drop it like it's hot. Supportive. Support is very important. That partnership, that companionship is very important. So I think that's the image and the idea of a healthy marriage.
I think a healthy marriage feels like home. When stuff is not working out, you go home. When you're out of a job, you go home. When the world is messing you up, you go home. So a healthy marriage, I strongly think, is a place you can call home. That's it. I don't even think I can expound it further.
So one that gives an environment that feels like home.
Yes.
Wow. How we pray that you get that.
Support has been given. In the spirit of wanting to have a healthy home,
Yeah.
there are bound to be disagreements here and there, because these are two people who have their own minds coming together. And even the now Collins and Steffi, sometimes you do have those disagreements. Do you think there's a way you guys can maneuver around it whenever it will come?
Yeah, we don't just think. I think we know of ways we can maneuver around it. But please give your response on that one.
Wait, I was waiting for you to answer, and then I can peg my answer on your answers.
Yeah.
Support.
Support.
Leadership.
Support me on this one, my
Leadership.
love. Support me, please.
Of course, having come from different spaces, different homes, different upbringings, there is definitely going to be differences depending on what we encounter. And yes, we've had arguments before. There was one particularly big one. But I think over time we have morphed in the way we handle arguments, because now, of course, when you're dating, you come in as individuals. Like, there's how he handled conflict and there's how I handled disagreement. But also you realize if this is going to work, then we have to agree on a way we can amicably look at this, in a way compromise. Because the last podcast nilikuwa na nini? Blueprints za avoidance. Ile mtu akusukuma hivi. It's finding a middle ground, and our middle ground, I'd say so far for now, is nipping it at the bud. If something is wrong, it's fine. Yes, it's wrong. Maybe you need like a few hours to be able to let it out, but point is let it out. Yes, there's no space for build up, because build ups explode. And when explosions occur, things are said or done that you probably didn't mean to. It's just because it was just all pent up. So over time, we've learned to, even if it takes a day or two, point is at the end of the day, of course, and as long as it does not take too long, is being comfortable enough to say, I don't think 1, 2, 3 went well, or I don't think 1, 2, 3 is going well because of 1, 2, 3, and here are my reasons. What do you think? It is also giving room for the other person to air what they think, and then now from there you can come up with something. But conflicts are inevitable. What have you to say? I'd say
this, concerning that fight that we had, it was, sometimes some factors come together. Youths don't have jobs. I think something that specific incident taught me is that understanding is very important. Understanding is very important when a conflict arises, or there is an issue that arises in a setup like a marriage or a relationship. Understanding is important, and understanding not from your point of view, from the other person's point of view. Get to know why this thing is a problem to them. Why did it hurt them? Why did they perceive it that way? And also now you come over to your side and you ask yourself, if that is how they perceive it, if I love this person, how am I going to react, or how am I going to behave the next time it happens? Because I can say it was very innocent on both ends. It was a very innocent mistake on both ends, because there is the expectation that she had, and there is the reality that I was living in. Mm-hmm. And I presumed and she presumed at the same time. And so we were at loggerheads simply because of that one moment of not communicating and talking about it. And that's why she's saying that our format of approaching any situation that comes up is, first of all, bring the cards on the table and let's talk about it. Let's open it up. open up the terrible, ugly looking wound. Let's start from there. So where is it festering from? So that now we can be able to maneuver and say, okay, on this one, we'll handle it this way, or we'll handle it that way. Because for us, we found that our tabia yetu ni, we are avoidant, but for different reasons.
Yes.
Yeah, we are avoidant, but for different reasons.
Yeah.
For her, it's very much historical.
It's trauma based.
It's trauma based.
Yes.
But mine is initagwaje ile ya kuzuia avoid
You're conflict averse.
I am aversive. Yeah, for the sake of peace, let's just keep peace. I'll avoid it. But for her, it's trauma because I don't want to go back there. I have seen it. But for me, it's like, staki to guarane. So I would rather pretend and keep it to myself. And you see now that again brings about, because it pents up over time. So yeah, we've learned a lot of conflict management. I'll not say there is one that we look at, but it always starts from communication. Wow. Like that episode in the Lighthouse in season 1, you should go and check it out about communication in marriage.
Yeah.
It's right here. This one right here. Yeah.
By all means, please.
Yeah. These guys are good students.
Yes, as a producer, I believe as he was editing, he was taking notes.
Wow, that's beautiful. It is usually said that the wedding is one of the biggest projects that is a test of a couple. And sometimes it is said that it will confirm whether the two of you, that project, whether the two of you will survive. And one of the things that is very important for the survival of that is actually teamwork and, approaching it together. So what is your way of approaching issues together? How do you look at teamwork, issues like partnership? What does it mean for you? And especially now that you really need it for the wedding.
Yeah. Our system is quite simple. You started the other one. Let me not put you on the spot again. I'll start on this one.
Oh.
I'm leading.
Yes.
The thing is, so our rule is simple. This is something we agreed on before we even went for our ratio. We agreed we are a team. That is number one and foremost. That is the first and foremost. We are a team. Whatever she says is what I've said. Whatever I've said is what she says. Nothing else. Whether it is to our friends, our relatives, our family, whoever it is. My voice is her voice is my voice. Because one of the things that we have experienced, being a service provider for a while, for weddings and all these ceremonies, you find a lot of these stories. You find there's a situation that sijui who said what, they don't agree with the other person, or that this family understands that this is how these things are done. And in that process, the bride is drawn towards her people, and I'm drawn towards my people. Yeah. And so when it comes to the day of the wedding, hata picha unangangana nazo bwana mocha. Juu sasa everybody is just there. Can this day just end? Can this day just come to an end? And it's true, it's one of the biggest tests. But I think it is not for the reasons that people might think. It's not even about the finances. It's not about the logistics. Let me tell you, this thing called family. These people called family, these are the biggest tests. These are the biggest tests. Because these are the people, and I understand them. They are drawn to you by nature that they are blood. Yeah. They're your family. So it's only natural that they want to protect their own. Each side wants to protect their own. So in the process of that, sadly, there are sometimes casualties. But our approach of making sure our projects are complete is that we are one unit. We are a team first. So you'll find that most of the time, when we are encountered by something that probably she gets a question or a situation that we haven't discussed or foreseen, she will refrain from responding or acting on it until we sit down, talk about it, plan on it, and then execute. So we'll even find time that we encounter something, we're like, even with our committee, even with our friends, whether it is our service providers or even our event organizers, which by the way, it is Moments by Collins. You should check them out. They will make your event perfect. I mean, why haven't you reached out to them? If you want something done the right way, they go the extra mile. I mean, the extra kilometer. We're in Kenya. They go the extra kilometer. Why haven't you reached out?
With fuel prices.
I mean, so whether it is whoever it is that we are communicating with, if we get a point where we haven't discussed something together, we'd rather hold it off. Take a bit, even if we are far away from each other, we'll make a call. A call is never too difficult to make. So take a step back, call Niaje, can we agree on 1, 2, 3 things? And then we agree, and then boom, we execute. So it's about being a team always, a team first. Anything to add?
Yes, my love. I'd say in addition to that is that we are very particular with getting the right information. We would rather spend a proper dollar, get good information before we can make a proper decision. So if we need to go talk to somebody who's a consultant and needs to be paid, we will. Point is, we do not want to make emotional decisions. We want to make informed decisions, because I mean, there's not a decision that doesn't have a consequence, and consequences tend to spread, and worse yet, to the people closest to you. So even as we are working as a team, we are very particular about making informed decisions. So what do we have? What do we know? What should we know? Who can we ask? Who do we sit down with? And then with all that we have, we decide, okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And because of what you know right now, this is the decision we are going to go with. That also is one of the things we heavily consider. Fun fact, by the way, before we started planning for the wedding, we paid for luxury.
You know what we did? Let me tell you what we did. You guys might not even know. Even Moments by Collins don't know that we did this. You have no idea that we did this. You know what? Yeah. Let us tell you the truth. Let us tell you what happened. You see, we are a team. Number one, we've said that. So as a team, we agreed on one thing. We said we want the shocker ahead of time.
Yes.
Because we know weddings are not cheap, especially in this day and age. They are not cheap at all. So we said we want to prepare our
minds.
shock absorbers, mapema.
Our minds.
So what we did is we researched online and we found a luxury wedding planner.
Luxury
What wedding planner. Luxury? And we told them, listen, we are planning a wedding. We want to know what are the involved whatevers that are there. In your capacity, tell us what we need. So they engaged us. We paid for consultation. We had that time together. And in this meeting, they asked about whatever our dreams are, whatever our goals are, what we want to achieve, what we want to see in the very end. And they gave us a breakdown. And then they asked, what is your budget? And we had a budget. We had a very strong budget according
Absolutely.
To this team.
Oh yes.
Yeah, it was a very strong budget.
Very doable.
And they laughed. They laughed ile hata ni ya okay, they laughed not out of funniness but out of like what?
Because I remember she asked, hiyo ni ya kila kitu
ama ni ya deco peke yake. It's not just for the decor, it's for everything. So, but something interesting, and that's why we are big on making sure that we don't just want to go with because it was done before, because somebody did it with so and so. We want to make sure that listen, these are different times and these are different age, and we also are service providers in a way, so we know also kuna watu wanakuja kwetu wakisema I see picha napiga na nini, hiyo video ni simple, hiyo video ni acha nisiende huko siko huko. The point is, whatever she ended up giving us as the budget, when she broke it down, by the way, she shrunk it. Whatever she ended up giving us the budget is the exact budget
we have right
that
now.
Moments ended up with when we sat down in the committee. 100%.
Oh,
that's why you weren't shocked.
That's why it was not a shocker to us, because in fact we laughed by ourselves. So like, okay. I mean, she knew what she was doing. She knew what she was doing in the very first. So those are the two main things. We are a team, and when we need help, we look for help.
Yeah.
And from the right channels, not
Yes.
just from anywhere.
Yeah. We're not ashamed of asking for help.
Amazing.
There's no shame in asking for help. If you need help, ask for help.
Yeah.
Yeah, so ideally you need to know how to live with the community around you, and that's a good thing. Always speak up and talk. Now that you're good learners from our podcast, you know we are big on two issues. One, we've handled communication.
Yeah.
The other one is a topic I'm very passionate about,
Of course.
and you already know.
Of course.
So guys, how are we handling this thing? Tell the viewers what we are talking about. How are we
Money.
looking at it? There.
And if you're not following, is it Money Matters with Steph? Yes, Money Matters with Steph. Do you have a financial problem? Do you think you are stuck?
You
have a problem with money? I know a guy.
Rook no more.
No more, because you know what? I got you.
Money matters, Steffi. Nemagogoteithia. Yeah, money matters with Steph.
Wow. Okay. So
You know what? I'm actually interested to hear what you'll say, and you know why. Please, my love. And you know, pass is also an answer. But I wanted to be on camera and on record that you said pass.
I'll be honest with myself. Mi nimejikubali na nimejijua. I am terrible with handling money. My God. I'll run us broke in a day. Like, between the two of us, he handles money way better. He knows what is needed, what might be needed, what can be used, what can't be used, when there is money for an extra thing to when there is not. And I'm here just passenger princessing.
I'm just a girl.
But I promise you, I'm learning. I will not stay ignorant. I shan't stay ignorant in that light. I am learning. Money, especially in the last few years.
Did you a good one?
Yeah. My last few experiences have taught me to handle money with care. A lot of care. Yes. So I'll avoid speaking on money right now, but I'll tell anyone who feels like me, who have kujikubalid themselves, that they have a terrible grasp of financial matters, please get help. Don't get ashamed of what you don't know. Someone never told me expose your ignorance, because there's no other way of learning. You can only learn by exposing your ignorance. So I don't know much about money, but I'm putting in the effort to learn about money. So I don't think this is my
Forte.
as of now. I'll pass the baton.
Hadi siku ile utafikisha forte.
I'll pass the baton.
Yeah, interestingly, you know, I'll say this with confidence. Now, you know how she's saying, "Oh, I don't know, nini," which is good, because she's way better now. Joy is not a spendthrift or luxury. That's why it's dangerous. They you'd rather be somebody who buys Louis Vuitton, you know, or Chanel,
A Birkin bag.
and Birkin bags.
Birkin
Sasa, these are worse, because these ones, let me tell you, the problem is that Joy can go buy a cow. Like, that's how random she can get with her money. So you have to be careful. She can go buy because it was cute. I want you to understand, not because it's a good business decision. I want you to understand that, please. She bought it because it was cute. And it's tiny. That's, yeah. Yeah, so I'm not like scared I'll find a new car in the driveway. I'm just scared that nitaingia kwa nyumba niambie buenda huko nyuma kwa backyard uone nini iko huko. Nipate tumbuzi. Nipate ngamia. Nikiuliza niambie ati ilikuwa cute. Ati huoni venye ni cute.
Looks cute. And it was homeless. It was not sleeping nicely.
See, exactly. Anyway, that said.
Love animals, please.
That
Take
said.
care of your
It
animals.
was looking at me.
Yeah, exactly. That is exactly what they say. It needed help. It was calling to me. How could I leave it? And then they tell you, Ebu, look at those eyes. Would you leave those eyes behind? Anyway, Anyway, that's one of the things that I love about you is your love for animals in general. But you love cute animals more. But our finances, interestingly, even with all that little knowledge that she has or might not have, when we got together a couple of years ago, we hadn't, like gotten together financially to say that now we are putting, say, this is how much I'm earning, this is how much I'm putting aside. But because of this time that we've been together, we've gone through phases of life. We've moved from different jobs that we were working in, moving locations and all this. And it has gotten us into having this conversation even way before we even thought of let's settle down in marriage. You had already started talking about, okay, let's see, if we were to say now we are handling money, how are we going to handle money correctly? And we are investing right now. Even before we get married, we're already investing, even though we are investing separately, but we know we are investing at the same thing. We've started a business together. She's an investor. I'm an investor in that business. You are a shareholder.
I'm a shareholder.
She has money in a business
and
that we are running together.
Money knowledge. This is an encouragement to you all.
So I think even how we're having conversations right now, because there are seasons that either of us has been out of a job.
Yes.
And we're still moving and we're still going through it. It's because we've had those conversations. Okay, now what do you have? I have this. Okay, sawa. Now this is what we need to put aside for this. Right now, actually, is it the day before yesterday we're having a conversation about post 8th of August?
Yeah.
8th of August is our wedding day. So we were having a conversation of post 8th of August because right now I can sort of comfortably in my own sense, and I hope in God's sense, in case nothing happens, nothing new happens, I can say we have thought of all the way up to August 8th, how we are going to sustain our living, and then now we have to think post 8th, because post 8th now comes with, now we've moved away from all the shenanigans, the wedding preparation, and everything that is involved therein. We have been in seasons where both of us are out of a job, or one of us is out of a job, or the other person is looking for a new thing. So we have to adjust around that reality. So it is always thinking ahead, thinking around where we are, and thinking ahead also, and seeing what does spending this coin right now mean tomorrow, or what does us not spending this coin mean tomorrow. And also looking back, we spent those coins yesterday and the day before yesterday. Is that the reason why we are here today? So it is having such conversations. Yeah, it's like any other conversation that you have in a relationship, like leo maji ijakuja, inaweza kuwa shida ni gani? So it's the same conversation. Yeah, ni aje, hata bundles hatuna, tujanunua internet, vitu kama hizo, yeah. So I think I'd say it's quite early, but also it's not quite early because, again, like we said, we have already started moving towards that direction. We're thinking of, we even have papers that are pending because we've done applications, but we can only do applications as a married couple. So we are waiting for that, tuweke your signature na to attach copy ya marriage certificate. Tuseme ndio hii, tunaweza endelea from there. Yeah.
One thing that I also know about the two of you is that you are believers.
Yeah.
And we're also interested in knowing in your relationship, how do you take matters faith, and how do you plan to further in future in your family take up this issue of faith and Christian values in your marriage?
Wonderful. Yes, faith is core to who we are as individuals and also as a team. In fact, that's where we met. It was it was through faith.
We're doing apologetics.
We were doing apologetics. Jamani. Situmedig hizo vitu. I'm just thinking right now about how on fire we were. We still are, it's just with a little bit more of understanding. And that's growth. I think that's a conversation for another day.
Yeah.
But that's growth. It's understanding the times and the seasons that you're in. Another time, another season, another conversation. But faith is quite core to who we are as individuals, but also as a team. There is the relationship that I have with God, and there's the relationship that Jake has with God. and then there is what we are molding together. We are bringing when we come together and seek God in our own unique way as a team and as a couple. Number one, I'd say God is at the center of even why we are getting married in the first place. I don't think we'd get married if we were not believers. I don't think we would, because I think we would have the world view of marriage and not the Christian's perspective of marriage, because even the understanding of what marriage means as pertaining to how God ordained it in the very beginning is the whole reason as to why we treasure it so much, is because of what we know it means spiritually, not only physically but also spiritually, because now spiritually it is bringing together two families, and now even from bringing two families you form a new one. And for us, we know that bringing forth a child, for example, it's not something that you wake up one day and you decide, and it's sad that is the notion that most people have. You just want to have a child. You just I just you know what, I want to have a child. I don't want to have a wife, or I don't want to have a husband. Trust me, and I have, I'd say, experience, not authority. I have experience. Your children need both parents, whether the parent is a biological parent or somebody that has taken up the mantle. Somebody who is a father figure or a mother figure, they need both. But the whole idea of bringing forth children is because, number one, we need to realize that we are being brought together, and not just for ourselves, but for the offspring that we shall bring forth. So even as we are becoming a unit, when we are becoming one, God has already seen that child. God has already seen the future and the goals of that child. And so he has to mold us in such a way that he wants to prepare a space and a room for that child. So that is why it is core to our belief that even this step that we are taking, we couldn't take it if we were not Christians, if we were not believers in the first place, because it wouldn't have any meaning. Getting married will not have any meaning. And getting married is not the wedding. The wedding is
ni bash.
Ni bash yenyu.
No, ni bash yangu.
Ni bash yako?
Nawaita bash.
Ni mnaitwa bash na mresh. Amewaita bash.
Thank.
Hata mimi nimealikwa guys. Mtakuwa hapo hivyo guys. Mimi ndio guest of honor kwa hiyo bash.
The bridegroom.
Bridegroom is the guest of honor, and then ndio mwenye bash ndio huyo hapa hivi. It's not, that is not
actually biblical.
That is true. That is true. Unaona? So that is the marriage is where now God is preparing this room for this child, and he works on us and prepares the room for this child, and this child then comes and grows, and while he's doing that, he's preparing another one somewhere that eventually somehow they'll meet at another kesha doing some other things, together, and so on and so forth. So if we did not have faith in the first place, if we didn't believe in the first place, we are not believers, I don't think we'd be getting married. In fact, I dare say we wouldn't meet.
Yeah.
We wouldn't meet, because we met at a space where only believers met. We wouldn't meet. And hii yenye tunaita fate ni Mungu tu ameordain, si tunaita fate.
Yeah.
Giving it a fancy name, but that is God.
Sovereign.
Yeah, there's a reason why God is sovereign. So hii fate pia ni yake tu, ni vile tunaipatia fancy names to detach it from
Destiny.
him. But ni yake, destiny, sijui nini, ni yake tu. Hata huyo destiny connector alitumwa na Mungu. So achana destiny connector. Angia na mwenye alipanga destiny. Yeah. So faith is very core. And how do we intend to maintaining it in our family? It's a conversation we had in our marriage counseling. That thing came up, and first of all, I'd say very boldly here that it is first my responsibility as the priest of this house. It is my responsibility because just like she said, she's saying it as a joke. But you want to tell me you haven't seen those reels and those TikToks and those memes where the moment I'm in the picture, she switches off her brain. As long as I'm around, she just knows everything is okay. If we need to cross the road, somebody will hold their hand. If we are driving on the road, she doesn't need to check if there is a car behind us or ahead of us. She's just fine, and everything is okay. And if we were being attacked here, don't worry, my husband will take care of it.
They
Yeah, together. Together, so it's something that is natural when they feel they are protected, when they feel the safety, when they feel that I can rely on this person. It happens naturally. It does not matter by the way what they're doing. She's a doctor. I'm a media personality. She's a doctor. But even size, sometimes she has asked me a medical question. That is how sasa inaweza kuwa ni nini, and I'm like 24 fps.
Wow.
32 bitrate float. Yeah. I drop something, but that's the point. It starts from me, first of all, as the priest. If there's a reason why by nature she will look at me and say, because you've said you're taking lead and you've shown that you're taking lead, I trust you to lead us in that direction. Not only that, but because also God has put it upon myself to make sure that I protect these children and I protect her as well. It's upon me to make sure that we don't stray from the path. So that means before I start guiding them, I need to be guided. And so that is why I need to continue keeping my eyes on this guy that is guiding me, and that is Christ. And I follow Christ as they follow me, and we continue walking towards the journey and the path that he has set before us. So it's a very big task, and it's a mantle. I wonder why that is taken to be patriarchy. Is it patronizing? What is it? Oh, mansplaining.
I'll
I
say
don't know.
something Jackie ever said.
Yeah.
You don't know. She's called Jackie Hilperry. Girl. Anyway, she said it's funny how we look at submission as slavery, yet our God himself what's it called? Displayed the same. It's Jesus who gave, what does he say? Something to die and death at the cross.
He gave
Did not consider
it. Man, I don't want to misquote the scripture.
Which book is that? So, I'm getting it.
Yeah. In good old fashion, at the Lighthouse, you always have a scripture.
Guys,
we've
been learning.
Textbook.
We've been
this
learning.
is the Mucha's
We've been
10
learning.
years.
We've been learning.
In your relationships with one another.
Hallelujah.
Again, this is
any have to say it.
in textbook Lighthouse style. We always have a scripture that we part with.
Oh yes.
Yes, that like Colo says it. Yes. So in the book of Philippians chapter 2, reading from verse 5, in your relationships with one another, have the same mindset as Christ Jesus, who being in very nature God, did not consider it equality with God something to be used to his own advantage. Rather, he made himself nothing by taking the very nature of a servant, being made in human likeness, and being found in appearance as a man. He humbled himself by becoming obedient to death, even death on a cross.
You have to understand death at the cross. People say it was the most excruciating, or it's the worst form of punishment during the Roman reign. All I'm saying is, Jackie says something interesting. We vilify submission, make it sound as though it's slavery, yet our Lord and Savior himself put it on display. He was God. He is God. But then obeyed his Father to die. And not just die at the most humiliating death. Stripped naked, just spread there for people to see, for the account of you and me. So when did submission become slavery? But then also, submission does not equal on the other side being, because even in the same Philippians, I think, masters are told to consider their slaves, something like that. After children obey your parents, and you talk to the fathers, you also talk to the masters. So it's a two-way thing. You are going on submission.
Rebecca tutaanza kupreach hapa.
Also, I don't speak in tongues. Please don't take me seriously.
Yeah, we are.
That's not my
those
gifting.
are parodies.
Also my gifts.
So the thing is, faith in our family has to be the center of everything. It has to be the core of everything, because honestly, by myself, I can't love this woman as she ought to be loved.
I am flawed.
And honestly, by herself, she can't respect me as she ought to respect me. Using the words of the Bible, men, love your wives, and wives, obey your husbands, and love your children. We cannot be able to bear these children and love them as we ought to without faith being at the center of it all. Because at the end of the day, I'm a broken human being. If I'm to rely on my own strength, by the hata hakuna haja nioe. I'm not fit to become a husband. If she's depending on her own capacity, she's not fit to become a wife. We are not fit to become parents. But this is where we need to say, you know what, God, enyewe, we can't do it by ourselves and we need you. If you're going to take this path, we can only take it if you come with us. Sindio? Hatutoki hapa. Usipotubariki hatuendi.
But also, Jesus himself says in John that without me, you
can do nothing.
nothing.
Yeah.
David did not falter when he says, do not lean on your own understanding, because it will fail you. Heavily, and you'll become disappointed, and in your failure you'll project your failure on God and say that God has failed you. You'll project your failure on God and say that God has failed you. Let me say this again. You'll project your failure on God and say that God has failed you, and when you look back, you leaned on your own understanding. Point is, even I'm taking away, okay, sorry, but let me say this. Even for you to understand how a watch works, you'll go to the watchmaker, because the watchmaker knows what are they called, cogs and wheels, and how those hands turn. At the end of the day, we are God's creation. He knows us best. And when he says, without me, you can do nothing, he did not stutter about it. We can do nothing. So, yes.
Wonderful. There's your answer.
Amazing. I'm tempted to even ask you to sing that one line or that one song that you did. But before you do, plot twist.
Plot twist.
I know you're guys who are used to scripts, but there's a plot twist. So, assuming this is that talk that we do before, actually, I am hoping that this is the maiden conversation you're having around marriage just before your wedding. I want you to throw an online bouquet. Of course, the lady walks with the bouquet. The man will throw what? An online pen. Throw it to someone, Joy. Give us a name.
Yeah. You know, interestingly,
And
even though
I think you're thinking about the same person.
even though we shida yako. Wewe ndio maana umeambiwa utatupa maua first. Listen, interesting, you say scripts, but do you know we never read those, like we just read the first 3 questions.
Yeah.
And they're like, these are too serious. We are not going to even think about it. And then she said, I think it was last week, she said, can we talk about this? And I told her, no, I want us to wing it. Let us go and sit down and talk it from our heart.
We honestly have winged this.
We have winged this whole thing. We said let it come because if we revise it, we'll be robots. So even right now, it's fine that you're throwing it at us. Let's go. Come on.
So as you do that, mention what marriage means to you. As you throw the flower, you pass it on like a baton. I'm passing it on to so and so, and let them know why. What marriage means to you. That's what you'd want them to share.
My God. That's honestly a very difficult question.
First of all, pass the bouquet.
I am passing the bouquet first?
Yes.
Or saying what the marriage
Pass the
Passing it
bouquet.
on first.
Hi, Essie.
Yeah.
Come on.
Please, if you've been mentioned, there's a lot of anointing in this podcast.
Yeah.
Pokea salamu mpito.
Yes.
Okay, so we know who has to shika the bouquet.
Yes.
Nice. Wait, JK.
Yeah.
Throw the...
Is throwing fast.
Yes, and then you...
We can't
tell
throw
us.
it to the same person.
No.
No.
I told you we're thinking about the same person. I told you.
Yeah, we
I
were.
told you.
I know we were.
He's in trouble.
Now Esi has to like acha nisiseme jina ya mtu wake. Sijapewa ruhusa. Sawa.
Throw it to a dude.
To a guy. Good. Awesome. Should I put Jobiese on the spot? You know, I feel like I should put Jobiese on the spot. Like I feel like no, Jobiese still has some work to do somewhere. So I'll leave him. Let him be. But now that we are on this topic, Major, what are you waiting for? Major, what are you waiting for? The question is, what are you waiting for? Major, minor.
Majores.
Major, jikubali.
Jikubali for once.
Let it start with you.
Kujikubali kitu cha maana.
Kujikubali ni kitu cha maana. Let it start with you. Show people that you have accepted yourself. Jikubali. Yeah. Jikubali. No pressure, but a lot of pressure. But no pressure though.
And a lot of love.
Mm-hmm. Yes, please.
Sometimes the Spirit of God speaks through people.
Yeah, most
Actually,
definitely.
mostly.
Yes. Yeah.
Good. Shoot.
What marriage means
Yes.
to me.
Yes.
My God, I'm going to give a very selfish answer
Please do.
because this is in line with what I am in, yes, and getting into, right? Yeah, if that makes any sense. Marriage, for me, having gone through the many experiences we've had, and most especially the few very very draining ones this specific year, I'll say number one, it was a chance to acknowledge what wasn't done, like what we missed out on, what let me say what wasn't done, acknowledging it first and promising yourself to not do it again, because I wouldn't want to imagine who come after me repeating the same cycle over and over again. And number two, it's a chance to make the world better. I don't know whether it makes any sense when I put it that way. When God in his sovereignty decided to start on population, he just gave a man and a woman, kaboom, go do your thing. And I think if there's going to be any diligence out there, there's going to be any honesty out there, there's going to be any kind of wisdom out there, or a sense of hard work out there, any peace, it will start from home. You can only translate from where you come from. If I come from a war zone of a house, I'm going to become a war zone of a person. So I think marriage is also a chance at a new beginning, a chance at making a difference. And also marriage is a chance at a friendship that leaves a legacy, yes. Whether your legacy comes by you having many companies that make a difference out there, whether your legacy is what you instill in your children, whether your legacy is what you impact your community with, it is a chance to have a friendship with lasting legacy, a chance to make a difference, and a chance to acknowledge what wasn't done or what was failed in and make a difference in that way. I think that is marriage for me.
Beautiful. Marriage for me is safety. Safety for myself, safety for my family, safety for my generation and my future. Marriage is, again, just like she said, another chance, but it's also a restart. I think it's a restart. It's the beginning of a new chapter for myself, for my family, my children, and everybody that comes after me. Marriage is a place of solitude, a place where I can be at peace with this individual, knowing that I told her yesterday, I remember I told her yesterday that she's the only other woman that has ever truly loved me for me. There are only two women on this earth that have loved me for me. It is my mom and this woman right here. And it is, for me, that is safety. Is knowing that there is one person that the rest of the world, like I started by saying, I might not trust anyone else on this earth, but I know I can trust her. I can trust her with anything and everything. That for me, that gives me so much peace. That is the one person that I know won't judge me, the one person that won't chase me away, the one person that will openly receive me back in her arms. And Mimi, I go to her. I usually go, and I'm like, hey man, I'm 1, 2, 3 things. This is not going well. Or, you know what, I'm excited about 1, 2, 3 things. And the same happens with her. She will come to me, she will rant about the many incidences that have happened at the hospital and everything. So that to me is marriage. Marriage is companionship. Marriage is love. Marriage is care. Marriage is partnership. Marriage is friendship. If I am left alone with her, I'm good. That's marriage.
Wow. Yeah, what a beautiful session with these two. Before we summarize the podcast, I want you in 3 words. I know you're creative. 3 words. There is someone who is giving up on getting married or getting a partner. Can you talk to them in
3 words? Yes, we can.
Yes.
It is. Yes, we can. I'll preface this. The reason why I'm saying this is because we are living in a constant state of thinking the world is coming to an end and everything is ending tomorrow. So my 3 words are, there is still time.
It is possible.
Wow. It's actually possible.
And there is time.
And there is time for you who is almost giving up on relationships. Thank you so much, J and J. Of course, JK and JK.
JK and JK.
Yes.
Gen Z's for married, Gen Z for
we are
pride.
zillennials.
We are zillennials.
We are
What's zillennial?
You don't know? It's okay, guys. Let's educate
we
you.
got you.
So there is the age that falls between millennials and Gen Zs.
Yes.
The no man's landers.
Yes.
Because they have tendencies of millennials
And also
and heavy tendencies of Gen Z. So they have behaviors of Gen Zs, but they live like millennials. Like they have personalities of millennials, but they will have Gen Z terminologies and all that. Now those are the zillennials. They are in between. Yes.
Anybody between is it?
Because
is it 96 to 2000?
Between 96 to
Those
2000.
are
So
zillennials.
guys, these are officially they are Gen Zs, but they are trying to craft some new fancy.
No. Imagine
Admire
it's
what
out there.
millennials do.
Kolo, imagine
Which
it's out
we
there.
don't admire. No, nothing lie to you. Let nobody lie to you.
Repertorial.
Very
Juu,
cool.
but yeah, it's true because there are some tendencies. Juu kama sahi sasa na ngoja tumalize hapa nikatafute chai.
Yeah, natafuta chai.
Utafuta kahawa.
If anything, I'm older than Google.
Wow.
Come on. There are some people who can say that.
Hey, Poppy.
Hi, Nicole.
Hi, Nicole.
Hey, we've called out a lot of people on this podcast.
You fired shots, Leo.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for being in this podcast. The reason why we have you guys is basically to remind people that marriage, working out marriages does not start after you people are married. It actually starts before the marriage. From this conversation, you've realized that there is really a lot that you need to talk about before you get into marriage. And some of the basic things that constantly we've spoken about in this podcast is, first of all, communication. Communication is, it's one of the areas that you really need to work on before you get married, because it breaks a lot of marriages. And of course, we also spoke about finances, which they've clearly spoken about. If you do not learn how to plan as early as before the two of you get married, then it's extremely dangerous. And I like the fact that even Joy says she actually knows her weaknesses and she has known how to deal with it. Can you start talking about your finances even before what? Even before the two of you get married? And of course, we love the aspect they brought in, that faith is everything.
Yeah.
Faith is key. You must believe in something. And for us, we're insisting that you believe in who?
Christ.
Believe in Jesus Christ, because you've tried and tested him. And you know, tumeonja, tumejaribu na tumeonja na tumeona. He's
Utamu wa
actually,
Yesu we.
Utamu wa
he's
Yesu.
actually very sweet.
Utamu we.
So thank you so much.
Utamu
This has been the
Utamu.
Utamu we.
Utamu.
Utamu wa Yesu we.
We are putting background music. We are putting background music as you need. Yeah.
Yes, this has been the Lighthouse Podcast.
The Lighthouse Podcast.
Thank you so much for joining us, J and J.
So thank you so much. It's been fun. It's been fun. But I think I'm okay with going back behind the camera.
Me too. Thanks.
Yeah. So it's been fun. This has been Collins and Steffi from more than 10 years ago. You can see how, life has been, and it has beaten us properly. But you see, now we are better in our age of, right now.
Yeah.
That's
now.
interesting.
So thank you so much.
We
God
actually
bless
need
you.
to do photos. Make sure we put photos of Collins and Steffi when they were young.
Yeah. You see? Can you see the similarity? And you see the similarity? Yeah. So thank you so much.
All the best.
Peace.
And all the best in your wedding.
Thank you very much. Thank you. If you're watching this, by the way, why not come to our wedding? Yeah, you're invited. Come to our wedding on the 8th of August.
Kutakujwa.
Kujeni.
Jenny.
You come to our wedding the 8th of August. Where and when? I mean, we've already given you the date. Do the digging.
Exactly.
Peace.